Hello and welcome to Rathods IAS. Today in this session, we are going to see current affairs of 7th January 2024. So first we are going to see here Delhi edition of Hindu, and we are going to pick out the articles which are important from our UPSC point of view. And later on, we are going to take a fresh slide and we are going to see like in how many dimensions we can think about that topic. And many students, they have tendency to skip the Sunday's newspaper. So please don't skip the Sunday's newspaper, because you can cover current affairs from science and technology and as well as environment and ecology from the Sunday's newspaper. Okay. So now let us see the first topic. So first topic, it is about Aditya L1. Aditya L1 reaches destination in halo orbit around this L1 point. So this is one of the success that I can say, like, so India is moving forward in this new space era. So now let us try to see the dimensions here. Okay, let us see the dimensions. So this article is talking about important mission, that is Aditya L1. It is talking about this Aditya L1, right? So you have to see which organization is launching this. So now you will know that it is ISRO, but in examination you will be getting anxiety, depression, everything, okay, what not. So in that confusion you will be keeping other things like NASA, European Space Agency, like that. So you have to be very much clear that it is launched by this ISRO. And this mission, it is about study of sun, that is solar exploration mission. So this is the solar exploration mission, that is Aditya L1. And next one is, you have to see what are the objectives. So what we are going to understand by this mission. And you have to see validity of this mission. You have to see validity. So till how many years it will be working. And you have to see exact location where it is launched. And even you have to see which rocket that we used to launch this. And actually this is talking about the solar exploration, right? So it is India's solar exploration mission. So in the same lines, we have to see internationally. We have to see internationally which are the countries which launched this type of solar mission. And you have to see even names. So why? Because there is a tendency of getting question regarding the missions, and they will be asking like which it is related to, and they will be asking you to identify the correct pairs. For example, Chandrayaan 3, that is moon mission. Aditya L1, solar mission. Okay, Mangalyaan. Okay, like that you will be getting the different missions, and they will be giving you in the form of pairs. And here UPSC may ask you like identify which are the correct pairs, and in options you will be having only one pair, two pairs, three pairs, like that. Okay, so from that point of view you have to see. And one more important area we have to focus is new space era. Okay, new space era. So if you are talking about what is this new space era, especially developed countries, they are moving forward for the space exploration. And even here different countries, they are coming up with their own space stations. Okay, and especially China, Russia, they want to come. And because the International Space Center, which is going to be ended soon, right? And one more important thing here is, you have to see missions of other developed countries. For example, what are the recent missions of Japan? And especially China is coming with lots and lots of missions, and you have to see those missions. Okay, and even we are talking about ASAT. Okay, so because of this also, this space is very important. And actually now one new problem in space is increasing of space debris. Increasing of space debris. So how can we control that space debris? So why there is increasing of space debris? Because many countries, they are launching their own satellites, right? So whenever they are reaching the space, after the time is completed or validity, then that will be again revolving there itself. Okay, that is becoming the space debris. Okay, so what are the steps that we can take to control this space debris? And apart from that, so recently this Chandrayaan-3 was very success. Okay, Chandrayaan-3 mission was very success. It is about soft landing on moon, that too on South Pole. So because of the success of Chandrayaan-3, now many countries are looking towards India and they want to come up with collaboration, and even India is launching private space satellites also, and even we have given permission to the private space agencies. Okay, so because of all these things, yes, we can say strongly that, and we should be very much proud that India is moving very fast in this space sector. Clear? So all these are the dimensions that you have to think. So why this Aditya L1 is in news? Because so finally this Aditya was placed. Okay, Aditya is placed in this L1, Lagrange 1 point. Okay, so it is a milestone. Okay, so after launching of this Aditya mission, and now it is placed in this orbit, okay, in this hollow orbit, and now it is placed in this L1 point. So because of this, it is in news. Clear? And now let us move on to next topic. It is about new digital tools set to save Kashmiri script from disuse. Okay, so here India is a multi-cultural country, right? So we have unity in diversity. So this article we can talk about from this unity in diversity point of view. Okay, unity in diversity. So as you all know that we have multicultural society. So in our country we have different religions and different languages were spoken. Different religions are there, different languages are there. So different languages are spoken, different religions are there, and different culture is there. Okay, and you can see like the people they are belonging to the different culture, different religion. Okay, so all these people that we are living together. Okay, but here if you're talking about culture, so how can we save our culture? So what are the important components of culture? For example, traditions. Okay, traditions will come under part, and language, script. Okay, language, sculpture, script, and their religious beliefs. So all will comes under the culture. Okay, so if you want to maintain your culture, you can also maintain your script. So script is very important to maintain the culture. So the problem here is about Kashmiri script. Okay, so the problem here with Kashmiri script, it is disappearing. So Kashmiri script is disappearing. So I will give you an example. You can understand this problem with the example. Okay. So here actually we are from Hyderabad. Okay. So this institute is from Hyderabad, and the language, normally the mother tongue here in the state of Telangana is Telugu. So if you're talking about medium of education, so we will be having different mediums of educations, like we have Telugu and English. So most of the people, they are opting for English medium rather than this Telugu medium. So because of this, even our generation, so I studied in English medium. Okay. So and my siblings entirely, they studied in English medium. And I will also join my kids. So my kids are around 7 months old. So I have twins. So I will be also joining them in the English medium itself. Okay. And their kids, that means my granddaughters or grandsons, so they will be also studying in the English medium. So if generation wise, if they are moving on to the traditional, if they are moving away from the traditional education and they are moving from the modern education, means what happened? The people who are knowing about that traditional education will be becoming less. So that is the thing which is happening here. So now what happened? So whatever the education that is going on, they are not teaching in this Kashmiri script. Okay, so because of this, there is decreased number of people who are knowing this Sanskrit script. Sorry, this Kashmiri script is happening. So why it is in news? Because now we can use technology to conserve script. Okay, that's it. So here this article says that we can use technology to conserve this Kashmiri script. Especially Microsoft and Google, they are coming together to protect this Kashmiri script. Okay, so here this article can be used from society point of view, and even you can talk about role of technology in conserving the culture. So in that point of view also we can connect this topic. So to make that point, I said all this story. Okay, and now let us see the next topic. It is about government amends drugs rule to raise quality. So in yesterday's class we discussed about the spurious drugs. Yes or no? So there is decreasing of quality of Indian drugs in the market. Yes or no? Yes, right? So if you have not watched yesterday's class, please do watch yesterday's class so that you will be getting idea regarding what is exactly the spurious drugs and what is the role played by India in pharmaceutical sector in the global level. Okay, and actually here India is exporting very good amount of generic drugs to other countries, and India is a leading exporter in this pharmaceutical products. So in this context, if we are supplying this spurious drug or adulterated drugs or substandard drug, then what happens? So it will be having impact on the image of India at the global level. It will be affecting this pharmaceutical sector the most. Okay, so because of this, to ensure quality, yes, now here government amends its drug rules. That is nothing but Drugs and Cosmetic Act of 1940, and we are coming up with revised rules under Schedule M of Drugs and Cosmetic Acts and Rules of 1945. So this act which came up in 1940 and the rules of this drugs and cosmetic came under this 1945. Okay, and actually this Schedule M which prescribes good manufacturing practices for pharmaceutical products. So if you are taking any tablet strip, you will be seeing like we have Schedule A drug, Schedule H drug, especially if you see some antibiotics, that is Schedule H drugs. So that Schedule H drugs, they should be given only on prescription. That means if you have prescription and if you are taking that prescription to medical shop or pharmacy, they have to dispense a drug based on the prescription. Such types of drugs are Schedule H drugs. Okay, so in that way we will be having different schedules, okay, based on the drugs. Okay, so whether their level of toxicity is high or less and what is the use, based on that we will be having different schedules. And now here to improve the quality of drugs, so now there will be some changes in this Schedule M of this drugs under Drugs and Cosmetic Rules of 1945. I hope it is very much clear. And the next topic, it is about this image. So this image is showcasing about this Sashastra Seema Bal. So we are going to have this Republic Day soon. So on this Republic Day parade, so what are the events that are going to do by this Sashastra Seema Bal? They are going for rehearsals. Okay, you have to see this Sashastra Seema Bal. So it is very important. Okay, so this comes under CRPF, Central Reserve Police Force. So in this Central Reserve Police Force, we have different types. Like we have BSF, Border Security Force, Sashastra Seema Bal, Indo-Tibetan Police Force, okay, CISF, okay, and also we have Assam Rifles, okay, we have Assam Rifles, etc. And here you have to know about this Sashastra Seema Bal. So where they are guarding. So if you see this BSF, Border Security Force, so they will be guarding Indo-Pakistan boundary and as well as Indo-Bangladesh boundary. So in that way you have to see which police force is guarding in which area. That is very important from your prelims point of view. And even this topic, which is important especially from GS paper 3 under internal security. Under internal security, this topic is at most important. Okay. So now let us move on to next topic. So next it is about 22 injured in first Jallikattu of the year held in Tamil Nadu. So this article is talking about bull taming sport. Okay, it is talking about bull taming sport. We are going to see that. That is Jallikattu. So what are the dimensions that you have to see here? First one is in which state. So what is this sport about? And some facts regarding this sport. Because there will be a good number of questions that you can get from this art and culture point of view. And you have to see like what are the issues. So actually Supreme Court earlier banned this Jallikattu and later on it had been reversed by law which passed by the state. So here Supreme Court banned this event, but state's government, they override the Supreme Court judgment by passing a law in the state. Okay, and you have to see what is that law about, and you have to see Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. Okay, what it talks about. Okay, and you have to even see about other games or other sports where animals are taken. Okay, so all these things are very, very important. And the same way here, this is about bull taming game, bull taming sport. So another similar bull taming sport is Kambala. So this Kambala, it is from state of Karnataka. And Jallikattu, it is from state of Tamil Nadu. So please don't confuse with these two games. Okay, so now let us see this next topic. And in city page there you can see one more important article. It is about cyber cases in Delhi dropped by 7%. Yes, this is one good news that I can see. So day by day, because of increasing of technology, there is increasing of the cyber crimes. Okay, so in this context, we have to see some dimensions. So there's a high chance of getting question from this area. So this topic, it is about cyber crimes in India. So this article is talking about cyber crimes in India. So you have to know what is the definition of these cyber crimes. And you have to see what are the examples. For example, we have malware. We have phishing. So we have bugs. So we have lots and lots of the cyber crime that they are using. And even one example here is Pegasus. Okay, and you have to see recent examples in news, because you can get directly a question like recently Pegasus is seen in news. So what it is. So in that way also you will be getting questions regarding malwares in news that happened in year 2019. Okay, so because of this, yes, you can expect a question here. And you have to see what are the rules or even laws. And even you can talk about regulations. Rules, laws and regulations to control the cyber crimes in India. And one more thing here is you have to see like what are the global measures. What are the global measures? Okay, so and even you can think about what will be the impact. So impact at different levels. For example, at individual level, at society level, at district level, at national level, at international level. So what will be the impact of this cyber crimes? So in this way you have to think in all these dimensions, then your job is done. And even if there is any time, you can also collect some data, that to recent authenticated data. For example, according to NCRB data, like that you have to collect the data regarding the cyber crimes in India. Clear? And you can move on to this states page, and today is Sunday, there is no editorial and op-ed or text and context page. So you will be having much more time today to prepare on your GS. So next topic is Gulmarg's bare hill slides, an ominous sign of changing weather. Okay, so this article is talking about Gulmarg ski resort. Okay, so Gulmarg, it is also known as Kashmir's winter woodland. Okay, so it is also called as Kashmir's winter woodland. So it is unable to open its famous ski slopes this year, and it is also disappointing enthusiasts from India and abroad. Actually, the tourists, they will be reaching this place in winter and to enjoy the snow, ice, etc. But this year it is facing hill slides. Okay, it is facing hill slides, and even there is changing of global weather patterns, and that is having impact on Kashmir now. So this article we can connect with this climate change, and one important thing which is said here is because of El Nino effect. Although there is no one-to-one relationship between deficit precipitation and El Nino, the changes in the global atmospheric circulation and persistence of El Nino has resulted in less snow. Yes, because of climate change. So now we are going to see this article, and it is utmost article, and I like this article the most in today's newspaper because it is giving lots and lots of knowledge. Okay, so this article is talking about hill slides in Kashmir. So there are lots of dimensions and subjects that we can see here. So first let us take from GS1 geography point of view. So from geography you have to see like what is the meaning of hill slides. So you might know about what is this landslides. Okay, the same way we have this hill slides. That means on the hills, so whatever the debris or whatever the rocks and mud which is there, so that will be coming down on the slopes of the hills. And you have to see the location of Kashmir. And you have to see geographical conditions. Okay, you have to see about hill slides or landslides, location of Kashmir, and geographical conditions like what is the temperature and how the weather will be. And you have to see rainfall pattern, or we can see here snowfall. Okay, so you have to see about snowfall pattern here. So this is from geography point of view. And we can also think from next area here is GS paper 3. So from GS paper 3 we can connect this topic with environment. You have to see like impact of climate change. Okay, you can connect this topic with impact of climate change. So because of climate change there is less snowfall. Okay, so this is the second. And even this geography we can also connect with this topic called as El Nino. So this El Nino is related to topic of monsoon. So whenever we are having El Nino, we will be having less rainfall. and in this Kashmir it is having less snow now. So it is one important reason for this hill slide. So this is also one more important dimension. And let us see next topic, that is in GS paper 3 disaster management. We have to see like what is the preventive measures, and during disaster what are the steps can be taken. And you can also think about preparedness, rehabilitation, reconstruction, okay. So this is about the dimensions from disaster management, and we can also connect with other subject, that is our GS paper 3 economy, how it is impacting tourism, impact on tourism sector. Clear? And here in environment we can also add one dimension here, is what are the measures can be taken to address this climate change. Okay, so all these are the different dimensions that you have to think about this topic. Is that clear? If everything is clear, so please say thank you or please hit a like button. So all I'm expecting from you is just one like. So yesterday I feel very happy because I got many likes yesterday. So in the same way, so please hit the like button if you really like this class, and also please share this class to your friends. Okay, and if you are watching first time this analysis of Rathods IAS, please do subscribe to this Rathods IAS Academy and watch consistently so that you will be getting lots and lots of knowledge. So it is my promise. Clear? And if you move on, there is one more article here, that is Maharashtra's sugarcane belt child marriage remains in inalienable reality. So there are also many dimensions here. So now let us try to see those dimensions. So this article is talking about two important things. So first one is child marriage and second one is sugarcane cultivation. So two dimensions here, sugarcane cultivation and next one is child marriage in Maharashtra. So now let us see some dimensions. You have to see like what are the conditions. What are the conditions which are necessary for the growing of sugarcane? Okay, and what should be the temperature, what should be the water? Because here this sugarcane is also water intensive crop. So it needs lot of water like rice. So here you have to see what are the conditions. And it comes under example of cash crop. So if talking about cash crops, we have coffee, tea, sugarcane, cotton. Okay. So here sugarcane, it is one of the cash crop. And you have to see the regions. Regions where sugarcane is grown in India. And one problem in the sugarcane industries is shifting of industries from north to south. You have to understand why. What are the reasons? And one more interesting fact here is what is the difference between the sugarcane of north and south. Okay. And here from economy point of view, you have to know about different dimensions. So these all from this geography point of view, and from economy point of view, you have to know about exports of sugar. And largest producer of sugar is Brazil and second largest is India. And you have to see the sugar exports. And now there are limits on the export of sugar because we are going to focus on ethanol. ethanol production and ethanol blending. Okay, and the target is 20% of ethanol blending. And one more important dimension is here you have to see about FRP, fair remunerative price for this sugarcane. Normally here MSP will be given. MSP is nothing but minimum support price for different crops, but for sugarcane government will be announcing FRP, that is fair and remunerative price. So it is nothing but the price should be given by the sugarcane industry owners to the farmers. Okay, so this is about this fair and remunerative prices, and from economy you have to know about the sugar exports. Okay, so this is about one dimension of sugarcane. And next, now let us see about this child marriage. So you have to see what is the child marriage and what is the minimum legal age. What is the minimum legal age for marriage for girl and a boy? Okay, and actually there is also one thing in news like increasing of minimum age of girl for marriage from 18 years to 21 years. So here you have to see what are the pros and cons. Okay, and you have to see the constitutional provisions, and you have to see different laws which are present in India to control this child marriage. And even you can connect this topic with GS paper 2 under governance, like what is the role of civil society. Okay, role of civil society in controlling this child marriage, and what will be the impact of child marriage. And even we can connect this topic with history, okay, during this British periods. So what are the acts came up by these Britishers to control these child marriages, and even the freedom fighters who fought against this child marriage, who are there. So all these things that you can connect. So I gave you lots and lots of dimensions here, and you have to think. And even you can collect the data of this child marriages in India, in which state there is high rate of child marriages are going on. Okay, so this is about this topic. And now let us move on to next page. And most of the articles are political articles today, so there is no need of going through them. Yes, here you can see some important articles, that is over 10,000 cases of trafficking recorded in 5 years, but convictions remain at a dismal low. And this article is also very important. Okay, we can see lots of dimensions here. So this article is talking about human trafficking. This article is talking about human trafficking. So you have to understand what is the meaning of this human trafficking, and you have to see what are the reasons. Okay, for example, for forced labor and for sexual exploitation and for bonded labor. So recently lots and lots of cases of human trafficking are seen in news. So there will be a question regarding constitutional provisions which are talking about this human trafficking, and what are the laws or regulations which talks about this human trafficking, that you have to know. And especially if you see from history onwards, okay, if you see from history, especially during this Britishers, so they took human trafficking, and especially they took humans especially for bonded laborers to work in their plantations in other countries like Sri Lanka and as well as Caribbean islands, etc. And you have to see what will be the impact of this human trafficking and what are the measures can be taken. Okay, what are the measures that we can take to stop this human trafficking? So all these things are very important. And next topic is sexual abuse in Odisha's bordering schools for tribes demotivate first generation learners. So I can say it is one sad incident. Okay, and I want to get opinion from you students, like if this is happening, whether we can promote the forwardness of these tribals or not. Not exactly. So now let us see some important dimensions here. So this article is talking about sexual abuse and education, that too in tribes. So as you all know that these tribes are already faced social and economic injustice. So they faced this social and economic injustice from history itself. They have faced this economic and social injustice. So to bring them towards a mainstream society, our founding fathers they talked about the reservation for these STs and SCs in education and as well as in employment, to bring them towards a mainstream society. But now what happened, because increasing of technology or somehow here now tribes, they are sending their children to schools. But in schools, if the sexual abuse is happening, whether these tribes, they will be having trust on the mainstream society or not? No. So what happens? That will lead to further degradation of these tribes. Okay, so I want to give you one scenario. Like imagine that you are a district collector, and in your district you have identified there are good number of tribal hamlets. Okay, there are good number of tribal hamlets, and you find that these tribal people, they are not allowing their children to continue their studies. Especially girl child, they are not allowed to continue the studies or to go to school. So you analyze the reason why these tribals, they are not allowing their children, especially girl child, to go to schools and to pursue education. And the interesting fact that you came to know is they are facing sexual abuse. So in that condition, as a district magistrate, how can you ensure this sexual abuse should be not allowed, and what are the measures that you can take, and how can you persuade these tribal people to send their girl child to the schools? So please let me know your answer in comment box, because if there is anything which comes in the news, that will come as a case study. So case study is nothing but they are not creating anything UPSC. So they will be taking the scenarios which is happening, which is going on, and they will be saying that you are a district magistrate or you are a CEO of a company or you are IPS officer, and what is the ideas that you are having. So what are the ideas that you are having, or what are the perspectives, so how you are thinking, that will be seen in this case studies in your ethics. So please think about this topic once, and please let me know your perspectives and what will be the course of action. So what action that you will be taking. Clear? And now let us move on. So in this science page, there are two articles that I found very important. That is, should India study wastewater to track malaria, dengue? So actually nowadays there is increased recording of cases of dengue and malaria. So because of this, now we are thinking that whether we have to study this wastewater or not. Okay, so now let us see this infographic. So this infographic will give you the most of information given in this article. So during pandemic, countries, they relied on wastewater surveillance to track the SARS coronavirus variants, to know how extent this virus had been spread. So in the same way, to identify this reasons for the spread of this malaria and dengue, so can we go for wastewater surveillance or not? So this is first important question. And next one is, many countries, they have used wastewater surveillance to track even disease like monkeypox, influenza and cholera. So why can't we do that with malaria and dengue? So this is second question. And US researchers, they have suggested that wastewater surveillance to be expanded to track this dengue, malaria, Zika and typhoid. So even US researchers, they said that why can't we do this? Yes, we can go obviously for tracking of dengue, malaria, typhoid and Zika virus. So unlike in India, malaria and dengue outbreaks are rare in US and European countries, but they will be having very good sewage network. So because of this, it is very easy to track pathogens in US, but it is not in the case of India. So if you see in the case of India, so most of the rivers, they became drainage, especially Musi River of Hyderabad. And next one is, besides human, they shedding the pathogens through stool. Several mammals, including non-human primates, they serve as even reservoir host of malaria and dengue. Not only humans, but even there are a number of animals in India, they are also serving as a host. So because of this, we don't, if you have studied this wastewater, or when you are going for this wastewater surveillance, so we will be not getting the exact data. So this is the thing which mainly said. And for vector-borne disease, here wastewater surveillance are not an ideal solution in India. So this is about this topic. And here you have to know some facts regarding this dengue and malaria, which are the causative organisms and what is the treatment. So what are the signs and symptoms, everything that you have to know. And next topic, it is about gut condition in malnourished children, okay, found. So actually one problem, okay, that even I saw in my own family, that is one kid, he is around 10 to 11 years, okay, 10 to 11 years age. So he will be eating everything, okay, everything what we are giving, like breakfast, lunch and evening snacks, dinner, and he will be having twice a day milk with protein powder, so everything, but he is very thin and lean, okay, it is very thin and lean. So obviously what happened, so we took him to hospital, and after that here we explained everything, so why he is lean, okay, whatever the thing he is eating, so he will be eat like an adult. So what happened, so why he is lean, and other children, they are very good, okay, they are not stunted, they are not wasted, but only one kid is very thin and lean. And we took to hospital, and they diagnosed, and they said that there are presence of tapeworms, okay. So not only in our condition, in our well-educated family itself, so this is happening. So what is the condition in the villages, in illiterate people, in less developed countries? So this article says that whenever a malnourished children is found, so malnourishment is not only because of taking of less amount of food or nutrients, but even because of presence of some organisms in your stomach, in your intestine, in your gut. So we have to go for diagnosis of gut, okay, in this malnourished children, okay. So this is the thing which mainly said. And after reading this article at 5 o'clock in the morning, I found, yes, we can connect this example with our family itself, okay. And I also talked to my husband regarding this article, okay. Yeah, these are the very important articles that appear in our today's Hindu newspaper. And now let us see the notes. And if you want to get these notes, you can join the Telegram channel. Link is given in description box. Okay, at last I will be also showing you how this Telegram channel look like, so that you can identify that Telegram channel. So first topic, it is about Aditya L1. So why it is in news? So ISRO, that is Indian Space Research Organization, has placed Aditya L1 spacecraft in halo orbit around this Lagrange point. Okay, so around this Lagrange point here, this mission had been placed. Okay, so India's maiden solar mission Aditya L1 reached L1 point after 27 days after launch. So after launch, yes, after 127 days, that means around after 4 months of time, it reached this L1 point. So if you see some facts regarding this Aditya L1, Aditya L1, it is a first space-based observatory. Okay, it is nothing but regarding Indian solar mission, and we are going to study sun from a substantial distance of 1.5 million kilometers. Okay, and this one is Aditya L1. The approximate time here is 125 days to reach L1 point, but within 123 days, okay, between 127 days, yes, we have reached it. So that means approximately we reached to the point on the approximate time. And next one is Aditya L1 is also ISRO's second astronomy observatory class mission after AstroSat. It is very, very important. And this spacecraft is planned to be placed in hollow orbit around this Lagrangian point of Sun-Earth system. So we are placing this Aditya in this L1 point. So L1 is nothing but Lagrange point. And now let us see what are the objectives of this mission. So this mission will be providing good insights regarding solar corona, solar photosphere, chromosphere, and even the details regarding this solar wind. So all these things will be studied by this Aditya L1 mission. And the important primary objective of this mission, it is to gain deeper understanding of solar behavior or sun behavior. And we are going to understand this radiation, heat, particle flow, magnetic fields, and how they are impacting the earth. So in this way we will be studying about the sun. Okay, so here this image which talks about different points. So whenever any mission which wants to study sun, so they have to keep in a particular location so that that mission should not be, that satellite should not be affected by either gravity of sun or either gravity of earth. Okay, so there are 5 such a points where you can place the satellites if you want to study sun. So first one is the distance, okay, that is L1, and next one is L2 point, and this is L3, this is L4 and L5. So these are the 5 points where you can place your satellite that will be not affected by the gravity of sun and earth. It can do its work normally. And next topic it is about Kashmiri script. So context says that for centuries Kashmiri language has survived only through oral traditions. Okay, by 2013 there would be the people who can write the script, it will be just 5%. So what happens if you are not using anything, that will be becoming extinct? Yes or no? For example, you can talk about Darwin's use and disuse theory. So the same thing it is applied here as well. Okay. And next one is this year 2 tech giants, that is Microsoft and Google, they will infuse new lease of life to this language. And they want to see the literature, okay, and they want to come up with a technology that will serve to preserve this script, okay, Kashmiri script. And next topic it is about Jallikattu. So this article is very important. So why it is in news? Because Tamil Nadu's first Jallikattu of the year was held at Tachanakurichi village, okay, and in this event lots of people they got injured. So because of this is in news. And if you see some facts regarding this Jallikattu, it is a traditional sport and it is popular in the state of Tamil Nadu. So this sport which involves releasing a wild bull into the crowd of people, and the participant they will be having an attempt, they will be doing an attempt to grab the bull's hump and hide it for as long as possible, and even they will be having an attempt to bring it under the control. So it is mainly celebrated in the month of January. Okay, so because in January we will be celebrating this harvest festival, that is Pongal. And if you see other sports which are involving animals, or we have Jallikattu in Tamil Nadu, Rekla in Tamil Nadu, Baligadi Shariat in Maharashtra, Kambala in Karnataka, Mahamudi bull surfing in Kerala, Dhirio bullfight in Goa, buffalo fight during this Bogli Bihu in Assam, and camel racing in Rajasthan, bull fight in Assam, and cock fights in AP, Chhattisgarh and Jharkhand. So in all these sports animals are involved. And why this Jallikattu is very important for Tamil Nadu? Because it is a tradition. So Jallikattu is a centuries old tradition of Tamil Nadu, and they want to preserve the native community or native breeds of this bulls. So it has become a tradition way for the agriculturist community to preserve their pure breed of native bulls. Okay, and next one here is, it is also a social identity. So Jallikattu is one of the few markers of their social standing and identify in a fast changing world of agrarian community. And even this Jallikattu, which is also an emotional connect. So sports person is a cordial man-animal relationship that can be showcased. Okay, and next one here is about human trafficking. So this article is also very important. So India recorded as many as 10,659 cases of human trafficking between 2018 to 2020. That means within 4 years of span here, there are about 10,659 cases of human trafficking they have been recorded. So the number of persons charge sheeted around 19,821 people, but only 4.8% people they had arrested. So the conviction rate is very low in this human trafficking. So you have to think like what are the reasons. And next one is states such as West Bengal and Assam, they are considered as source states. That means where the human trafficking is happening, and they are shifted to which place, that is Karnataka and Maharashtra. Maharashtra and Karnataka, they are the destination states. So here the ministry has replied that it also has pointed out the steps to take in this combat trafficking. Like government took some steps, for example upgrading infrastructure of districts anti-human trafficking units, and even government strengthened intelligence and surveillance, and even they came up with identifying the gangs and gather information. Okay, so all these things are mainly done by the government. And if you see the constitution legal provisions which are related to trafficking in India, so we have Article 23, so which is a fundamental right which is present in part 3 of our Indian constitution, and this Article 23 which is prohibiting this human trafficking. So even though the article which is a fundamental right which is guaranteed, even though it is present in our Indian constitution, but trafficking is happening. And also we are having different laws like Immoral Traffic Prevention Act of 1956, and it is a legislation which serves as a primary law aimed at preventing trafficking specifically for commercial sexual exploitation. And next one is Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act, that is POSCO 2012. Okay, it is also talking about sexual abuse and as well as exploitation of children should be prevented. And next one is this POSCO, which is also providing a clear-cut definition of various forms of sexual abuse, and it's also talking about penetrative and non-penetrative assaults, okay, as sexual harassment. And next one is other specific laws which are present in India which are targeting this human trafficking, especially women and child, like Prohibition of Child Marriage Act of 2006, we have Bonded Labor System Abolition Act of 1976, Child Labor Prohibition Regulation Act of 1986, and even Transplantation of Human Organs Act of 1994. And one more important crime that came into picture here is human trafficking is happening to rob organs like kidneys, okay, like kidneys, heart and liver, etc. Okay, so for organs also human trafficking is happening. So because of this we have this Transplantation of Human Organs Act of 1994. Okay, and even some sections of IPC also talking about this human trafficking. And next topic, it is about gut condition of malnourished children. So actually now scientists, they discovered that the promising treatment strategy for gut condition is very important to control this malnourishment in the children. Okay, so this is the study which is done in Zambia. So if you see the details, it says that by identifying the key signatures of environment of enteric dysfunction, that means in our stomach, so which kind of bacteria or which kind of worms like tapeworms or roundworms are present, so we have to eliminate them, so that will be helpful for increasing of absorption of food that we are taking. So what are the food we are taking? If your stomach is having like tapeworms or roundworms, that will be taking your nutrition, so that nutrition will be not taken in your body. Okay, so if you eliminate them, then your body will be increasing absorption and you will be coming out of this malnourishment. So this is the thing which mainly said. And in this treatment we have to focus on diet, and even we have to focus on supplementation of coenzyme or bile acid sequestrant. Okay, so in this way we can reverse the damage. Okay, we can reverse the disorders damaging effects on the intestine. Okay, so this is about this topic, and these are the important articles that appear in our today's Hindu newspaper. Okay, and now I will show you where you can get the notes of this class. So this is our Telegram channel, that is Rathods IELTS classes. So if you join this channel, you will be getting the notes, and we will be also posting you the important updates here in this channel. And this is our Rathods IELTS Academy website. So here you can use this website for getting like syllabus or book list, or you can download some NCRTs here, everything. So you can use this website. And even if you want to take any course, so you can log in. First you have to register and then log in, and you have to click on the course list. So here we are offering wide range of courses. Okay, and the price is very minimum. Okay, and one more thing here is you can get foundational course within 25,000 rupees only. And here we are going to cover both your prelims and mains, and we are not compromising on the content. And if you want to take any course, you can watch the demo videos. You can click on this play course, so that 3 demo videos will be opened without paying a single penny. Okay, and you can, if you want, you can take a single subject also. Okay, like only history, like only geography, economy, like that. And if you want to contact me regarding the courses, you can call me on this number 8074765513. Clear? So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the class. If you like the class, please share this class to your friends also, and hit the like button before leaving. And do subscribe to Rathods IELTS Academy. Thank you so much for watching.